The basic definition of nafs is the ego, self or the conscience of a person. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala laid in us to identify as human beings the nafs. It is not a thing that can be touched, but it has to do with the overall human identity. We have been given the nafs, which is the ego, the qalb, which is the heart, the ruh, which is the soul, and the aql, which is the mind. These are the tools provided to us by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for living this life. Our body has come from clay and it will go back to clay, and it does not characterize us. It is a basic form of arrangement of molecules, and we along with animals are only physically arranged in different compositions. What characterizes us is what lies within us. We have drives inside of us which help us identify our nafs, our ruh, our shortcomings and the good that is within us. But the tools we are provided will go back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The ruh that has been given to us is pure, bright and incorrupt. And to have a ruh taqwa, we must return the soul as bright, pure and incorrupt. That is the example of a person who attains ruh taqwa. Take the example of a car rental. The car has to be returned in the form it was given. If there is any form of damage, a fine has to be paid. Same is the case with the soul. If the soul is returned corrupted, there will be an azab or a punishment. And that is the thing we have to be mindful of. We are just taking the tools on rent from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we cannot misuse them because we do not own them. It all belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It has been given to us by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and it will return to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So what does the nafs do? Today, if anyone commits a sin, he immediately blames it on the shaitan. It is true that the shaitan has a part to play, but it is the nafs and the shaitan that destroy a person together and take him away from the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. To get a broader sense of nafs, there was a time when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala kept shaitan with the angels. He worshipped Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala like no other. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created Adam alayhi salam and asked all the angels to prostrate. What happened afterwards was Iblis refused. We know that shaitan plays a part in a person committing a sin. But here, when Iblis refused and is in defiance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's order, it is because of who or it is because of what? That means the thing that destroyed shaitan as well is the nafs. It is the nafs that created a thought in Iblis that he is superior, that he is created from fire, and that Adam alayhi salam was created from clay. Nafs destroyed Iblis in such a way where there is no forgiveness for him. And that gets us to a conclusion that it is the nafs that takes us away from the orders of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It makes us do things that we are not supposed to do and prevents us from living a righteous life and makes us behave like animals. Now, where does the nafs live? Nafs is so dangerous because it is a thief from within the house. That means it lives within us. It is difficult to catch and it can attack at any moment. It knows us better than our own selves, and if we let our guard down for even one moment, it will beat us. It is hidden in between the qalb, that is our heart, and the ruh, which is our soul. If we try to protect our qalb, it will attack our ruh, and if we try to protect our ruh, it will attack our qalb. So we know how dangerous an enemy nafs is. As a matter of fact, it is the most dangerous enemy because it lies within us. So how can we beat nafs? Imam Ghazali says, we can never completely beat nafs, we can only control it. It is a beloved enemy, and when you love someone, you don't see their faults and mistakes. All you see is the good because of love. And this is the reason why many people in their lifetimes don't even notice nafs, let alone control it. Say you pray only 4 out of the 5 compulsory prayers, and you say to yourselves that, oh, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Ghafurur Rahim and He will forgive me for not praying the 5th compulsory prayer. That, my brothers and sisters, is the nafs, which is giving us an excuse from going away from the righteous path. What we can do is become an enemy of nafs, go against it. That is the only treatment. Always do the opposite of what it tells us, because if we agree to even a small thing, it tends to grow. Shaitan only shows the path to wrong. We walk on it because of nafs. Whatever wrong has happened is because of nafs. The path to divine presence is in surrender, that is Islam, and fighting the nafs. I hope we all continue to fight our nafs and become the best possible version of ourselves. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.